And thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Jonathan Martin, and we begin tonight with a live look at Bourbon Street in New Orleans, where the victim death toll is now up to 14. This is after a pickup truck drove straight into crowds just hours into the new year. You can see right now there are some officers there on patrol, but other than that, the streets are empty. Just in the last 2 hours, we also confirmed the identity of the University of Georgia student critically injured in the attack. She is Elle Isley from Fort Myers, Florida. We're told she's receiving treatment tonight at the University Medical Center there in New Orleans. Now, this story really is developing by the minute. We have live team coverage tonight, tracking every angle for you, starting first with the very latest on the suspect behind the attack. Now, these also are brand new photos that we're going to show you first of the suspect, 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar. Tonight, we know he is a U.S. Army veteran born in Beaumont, Texas. We have also confirmed he has ties to Atlanta, graduating from Georgia State University in 2017 with a BBA in Computer Information Systems. Authorities say Jabbar killed 14 people and left more than 30 injured tonight when he drove a rented pickup truck into a crowd of people on Bourbon Street right in the French Quarter. This happened around 3:15 this morning during New Year's celebrations. We also tonight have this surveillance video showing the moments Jabbar accelerated while turning right onto Bourbon Street. He died during a shootout with police right after the attack. Investigators say they found possible explosive devices in that truck as well and planted in the French Quarter. Just hours ago, President Joe Biden addressed the nation, confirming the FBI is investigating this attack as an act of terrorism.
Mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media indicating that he was inspired by ISIS, expressing a desire to kill. The law enforcement and intelligence community are continuing to look for any connections, associations, or co-conspirators.
No, FBI Atlanta is also assisting in this investigation. The suspect, as we mentioned, does have some ties to Georgia, including his time at Georgia State University from 2015 up until 2017. In fact, he was featured in a 2015 article written in the university student newspaper. Just a short time ago, 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn spoke to the journalist who interviewed Shamsuddin Jabbar. Sean Keenan is his name, and he now writes for the New York Times. And he says he, in fact, still has the suspect's contact information.
When I spoke to him in 2015, I just remember a cool and collected guy, a little bit distant in the way that some veterans can be, but otherwise it was a less than memorable interview. It's just a wild predicament. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this. I mean, I think this is, just one of the consequences of talking to hundreds of people a week for different stories.
And again, now that man is accused of killing at least 14 people and injuring dozens of others. Tonight, we have confirmed 19-year-old Elle Isley, a University of Georgia student, again, was among those hurt. Her family confirming that she is still in the ICU, but awake tonight. She suffered a lot of injuries. Her family says, though, she is strong, smart, and can feel all of the prayers being sent her way. Now, unfortunately, as we mentioned, several people were killed in the attack. Tonight, we have 6 of the 14 victims identified. You can see them here tonight in this picture, in this collage. They include teenagers, a mother, a father, all leaving families grieving tonight. Now, in the coming hours and days, we will be learning a lot more about all of the lives impacted by this senseless tragedy. We, of course, will let you know what we learn. And tonight in New Orleans, an entire neighborhood is on edge after police confiscated possible explosives and bomb-making materials from a home that they believe was rented by the attacker. Now, evacuated homeowners have more questions than answers. Our Jennifer Bellamy reports tonight from Mandeville Street in New Orleans.
For hours, neighbors in New Orleans forced to evacuate from their homes. This going on Mandeville, a location where there has been a large, heavy police response. This all starting around 5:18 on Wednesday morning when New Orleans Fire responded and put out a fire in this neighborhood. After that, they called in the bomb squad. The New Orleans Police Department, along with the FBI and ATF, responding as well to what is believed to be a connection between the Bourbon Street attack with the suspect potentially staying at an Airbnb along this street. Neighbors telling me that they are very concerned about what's going on with this possible connection to their community.
This is insane. scary enough for it to have been a fire, but that a bomber was hiding out there is insane.
Many neighbors had to leave their homes with just their pets and the clothes on their back as the situation behind me stretched on for hours.
It's a shame. It's really, it's sad because it's supposed to be, a new year, a new start. Everybody kind of, let's put last year away. Let's move forward. And yeah, this is just not the way you want to start out, especially with so many people who have passed.
Neighbors telling me they are heartbroken by this possible connection to this deadly attack. Reporting from New Orleans, Jennifer Bellamy, 11 Alive News.
And as police investigate that home in New Orleans, new video is showing a man surrendering to SWAT outside of the suspect's home in Houston, Texas. Officers brought at least 4 kids and 5 adults out of the home before the man came out with his hands up in the air. There is no word tonight on who the man is, but again, police did detain him. Tonight at this hour, the Sugar Bowl was supposed to be coming to a close between the University of Georgia and Notre Dame, but law enforcement officials, the college football playoff, and both universities decided it was best to postpone the game until tomorrow afternoon. The Bulldogs spent most of their day in their hotel under a shelter-in-place order. Our Maria Martin now has more from the Superdome in New Orleans.
Because of the senseless events that happened here in New Orleans early on Wednesday morning, the Sugar Bowl postponed for the first time in nearly 2 decades. The game originally scheduled for New Year's Day was moved to January 2nd, 3 p.m. Central Time and 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, for the first time all Wednesday, Georgia football players loaded the team buses and headed to the Superdome, where they held a closed walkthrough. And it was the first time that we saw a little bit of camaraderie from all the Georgia fans in one spot since those events had taken place early in the morning. There have been a lot of discussions as to what the increased measures of security will be at the Superdome so that the Sugar Bowl can go on and everyone can remain safe. Here are some of the ways that the Superdome is making sure that fans can stay safe during the college football playoff quarterfinal game.
Part of the safety plan is we have bomb dogs out there sweeping the Superdome and all the exterior area, and we're locking that down. That will be locked down through the game tomorrow. So that's a part of that safety plan, and we've already been implementing it.
Now, one Georgia football fan I spoke to from LaGrange, Georgia, he told me he's not nervous at all about attending this game on Thursday. He said he believes that they are taking all of the right precautions when it comes to security to make sure that everyone stays safe inside the Superdome for this game. In New Orleans, Maria Martin, 11 Alive News.